Hey, yo, game over. That's it. That's all, folks. Kendrick officially put the nail in the coffin against Drake on the beef. And first, of course, I want to say congratulations to the Eagles. You know, being someone that's from Pennsylvania, got to shout out the Eagles. Congrats to y'all. But I ain't going to lie, man. A lot of people, including myself, we showed up for that halftime performance with Kendrick Lamar. That's what we came to really see. And I just want to speak about it with you guys, you know? Tell me about what you guys think. For me, what I was thinking the whole time while watching it, I was excited as soon as it started happening. I watched it on FaceTime with my girl because, I had to drive back home from her house. But we were watching it together on FaceTime, and it was just a phenomenal performance. Kendrick comes out with Samuel L. Jackson narrating his performance, and he stages it like a video game. And he has these set pieces of an X, a square, a circle, and a triangle, just like a PlayStation controller. And the framework of what they told this story is Kendrick is having this big moment, and this moment they're calling it the Great American Game, the big American game, right? Where we're trying to go through life and get the reward at the end. Of course, the American dream. This is the version that they put it in for Kendrick's performance, and he starts it off with Samuel basically telling him, like, welcome to the game, and let's get started. And Kendrick starts off with some songs that are kind of unconventional. So, like, in this game, there's these rules and there's this perception that we all have. It's not really something written. It's just a feeling that we all have, that if you come to the Super Bowl as a hip-hop act, you don't want to come all loud, ghetto, just ratchet and wild, right? You expect to do the commercial hit songs that we all know you for, from your first album to up to now, right? Kendrick starts the game, his performance, and he's already breaking the rules. He's already going the wrong way. He's choosing songs that not a lot of people that never heard of Kendrick would know, and it's only like his fans would know. And he's coming out just aggressive, loud, hard, just full on what you're not supposed to be doing. And in the middle of the game, Samuel's telling Kendrick, hey man, that's too much, it's too loud, that's ghetto, that's not what America wants to see. We want to see the nice, calm version of Kendrick's music. We don't want to hear all these politically charged and social activists and these strong records. We just here to, watch the game and enjoy a little music. So that's the kind of like back and forth struggle that's going on there. And Kendrick continues to do this and go down this wrong path until Samuel Jackson says, all right, you need to tighten up. You need to be humble. And he goes into one of his bigger hits, which is Be Humble. And then after that, him being humble, Kendrick switches right back to doing the wrong thing, going the wrong way, and does DNA, which we all know that's not something that everybody knows. It's not like it was going crazy on the radios or the top of the charts, but it's a fan favorite. To all these other songs, like Man in the Garden, which is a deep cut that is on GNX. And it's the first song, but like this is just something that's like this is just something that you don't expect Kendrick to play at the Super Bowl. He's doing that and having all the homies like behind him while he's singing this song, and because of that, he gets deducted a life on the game because he keeps going the wrong way with this performance. And then he comes back with Peekaboo, which is another song you shouldn't be doing. And then he starts to tease that he wants to make a move in the game and wants to do Not Like Us, which we all came to see. But there's kind of like a narrative out there that Kendrick can't do Not Like Us because, one, this is the Super Bowl. You can't be doing a diss track at the Super Bowl calling another man a pedophile. And two, Drake suing. And Kendrick breaks the fourth wall by saying, I want to perform this song, but people out there be suing. He didn't say Drake's name, but we all know because we all have the same internet that Drake has and Kendrick has. So Drake's suing UMG, which is the label that Kendrick and Drake are on, for putting Not Like Us out because Drake doesn't like the fact that the song's calling him a pedophile. So Kendrick's deciding, should I do this song or not? We all want him to do the song. So before he does that, he says, well, I'm going to slow it down. And it goes into the songs with SZA, which are the expected songs that we expect to be played at the Super Bowl. And comes back our narration with Samuel L. Jackson. He says, that's what America wants. Nice, calm, nobody's scared from this, this guy that's from Compton, California, and is affiliated with Bloods and Crips. We want the nice, calm music that everybody doesn't feel threatened or afraid. But then Kendrick comes back for his next song, and he's just like, you know what? Nah, there's this cultural divide, and he's like, I'm about to stand on this. I'm standing on business. And then he's saying that this is bigger than the music. He wants 40 acres and a mule, which is something that was promised to us once we got free from slavery, that we get 40 acres and a mule. It was given to, white settlers that came to America, but the slaves never got that. So that's a callback to that. And then he goes into saying, the game's rigged, but you can't fake influence, which I think is a shot at Drake because although Drake had the game rigged and he was the most popular artist, Kendrick's the most influential. So you can rig the numbers to be popular or known, but you can't fake influence as far as people wanting to act like you, rap like you, sing like you, dress like you. Can't fake that. I don't think there's nobody walking around that wants to act and talk and dress like Drake, but there's people that want to dress and talk and act like Kendrick. You can't fake that. With that, I take away from that line. And then we got then after that he goes right into like the Not Like Us song, and he's going all out. The only thing he didn't say certified pedophile. They bleeped that out. But the most diabolical of Kendrick's performance, and if I was Drake, even when I was sitting there, I was getting like third-hand embarrassment. When he's in the circle and they're filming him and he says, say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. He's just smiling at the camera. That was the craziest moment, I feel like, of this performance, because I feel like there's a point in time that Drake's sitting in Australia and he's watching this performance, and Kendrick wasn't looking at the camera for the longest, but for that one part he looks right at the camera and says, say Drake. And I know Drake was watching that and he was just like, oh shit, I hear you like I'm young. Like, if I'm feeling embarrassed for the guy, I can only imagine the guy that is being spoken to, how embarrassing that feels. But yeah, he goes into it. He says A minor. A minor is being said so loud by the whole entire stadium. It's ridiculous. And then it goes into TV Off, which is the last song of the performance, and it was phenomenal. One of my favorite songs that Kendrick has out. He brought out DJ Mustard. That was a great move. Love to see DJ Mustard out there because he made this amazing music that we all love as far as the production, and then Kendrick bringing him out to be seen, I think is really dope by Kendrick. But yeah, then at the end they had Kendrick bringing out. He had like a remote in his hand. Or I don't know. I don't know if he actually had a remote in his hand, but he gestures like at the end of the song, like to turn his TV off. And yeah, they had a cut or edit, and it went to the audience where they all had lights that said "Game Over" at the very end. And that's where I stopped watching. I turned the game off. I turned the TV show off because I had to go to work in the morning. And I was like, I'm tired anyway. We was celebrating and enjoying the game. But, you have a little too many drinks or something like that, just like I had. And it was time to rest. But, guys, if you didn't see the performance, it was absolutely phenomenal. Go check it out. So many layers to it. So many meanings. It's Kendrick Lamar. That's what you expect. This is why I think that Kendrick's on top, and I'm excited to see where the culture goes because he's making rap exciting again. I think when Drake was ahead and he was in charge of the culture, he's the reason why it got so stagnant and it got so stale because he wasn't inspiring people to go, forward. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. He wasn't inspiring people to take the culture and have to step forward. But Kendrick is an artist that I believe will inspire the next generation to actually care about the culture of hip hop like he does. And it reminded me too, like how powerful lyricism is when you really take the time to, be a student of the culture, work on your craft. You can take it so much further versus just punching in and thinking of whatever is on the top of your head. Like I made a whole bunch of music in my past. So like seeing where Kendrick is and seeing how everything he writes tied together and it aged like fine wine, that shows me that intentional writing can be one, exciting, it can be fun, and it can last the test of time if you really are thoughtful and mindful of what you're writing down, what you're saying, and what you stand for. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what's your favorite part of the Super Bowl performance below. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.